Please subscribe to help you and your motorcycle perform better.
Dave Williams here with Ever Greener Hair, and today's video, the Panigale 899. The first two bikes offer a beautiful demonstration of why you set preload first, sag via preload, why you adjust that first, then you do hydraulics, the rebound and the compression. The first bike demos it on the forks, and the second bike demos it on the shock. Then we've got a set of twinner bikes, one bought from new, and his buddy bought one used, and so the suspension was changed by the previous owner. The last bike, sadly, was a crashed 999. Here's a preview.
My name is Dave Moss. I tune approximately 3,500 bikes per year. This is Two Clicks Out.
Now steal the microphone master.
Okay. Sit back, let go of the bars.
What year is it?
15. Okay. Handlebars are all stock. Why is your brake lever much closer to you than your clutch?
I don't know.
So you're at 55 mil there, and you're at 45 mil on that side. So, is this hand that much bigger? Because that's a 10 millimeter difference in hand size. So put your fingers out over. So you use your front fingers only, or do you use two?
I use my index finger and my middle finger for braking.
Okay, so.
And for brake, I use my whole 4 fingers.
Okay, so that's why that's closer.
Yeah.
This is set to your index finger, this is set to your hand.
I guess so.
So that makes sense, okay. How many miles on it?
4,000.
4, okay. So the front is very soft, and you've almost bottomed this out repeatedly. So if you come around the back of the bike and watch the tail, every time you want to brake, it's up. So it bounces over the top, right? Because it's really soft,
right.
I'm going to put more preload in it, so that bounce is going to get...
Real squirrely when I'm downshifting.
Okay.
I like to really turn it well.
Do you have a slipper clutch? Did you put a slipper clutch in it, so it's all manual? Okay. What year is it?
This is 14.
Okay. Take a seat. How many times have you ridden here? A few?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have just had a heart attack riding it and brought it in, but...
On the first bike, he was actually trying to teach a lesson here for us mortals. But him being a demigod, he just does this stuff, which is kind of annoying sometimes, which is why I have to pester him with questions.
Why is the rear shock so soft? For your feet, or it just came this way?
I just bought it that way.
Okay. So when you sit on the bike, it does this.
Yeah.
You didn't buy a Harley.
Correct.
So you sat like this so the front end doesn't get grip.
Yeah.
Especially on acceleration, you running wide versus holding a line. So we got a lot to change.
Okay.
Okay. So because the back of the bike is so soft, you're sitting like this.
Not making the most of what's there.
No. The front is also soft, so what's happening is you accelerate and then you brake. So you get a lot of movement backwards and forwards. You're only supposed to go at effectively 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Very short range, so braking is stable, not diving.
Yeah.
And then acceleration doesn't come back and the front doesn't straighten up and you go away from the corner versus hold your line. So we're going to go ahead and stiffen the shock up first.
Okay.
To actually bring the bike to here. Then depending on your braking skill, we may or may not stiffen the front end up, but that depends on your skill level. Second day on this bike here, you're not going to brake that hard because you don't know the track well enough. So at that point, it's most important to do the shock first, come back, then see how the front end is to use travel. Then we can make a choice on the front.
Maybe the rider before was shorter and they tried to soften it to lower it.
You met them?
No? Once when I bought it.
Were they shorter?
Yeah, she was.
Okay. So now everything starts to make sense, right? You need a perspective, you need a picture, you need to see where you're at. Okay, that all makes sense. It was lowered so she could get her feet down.
Maybe that's what
it was. Nothing to do with performance and handling. It was all about safety. Okay, well now it's your bike, we need to fix it.
Cool.
Take a seat. So we're doing the fraternal twin. Okay, so we had 40 on the first one. And we have 40 on the second one. Engine and tighten it back up. Your front end's bent. It's pointing that way. So we still have clean area under the tread here. Question is that a function of coasting versus a function of actually being on the gas and being an issue? So
Catch the full video at davemosstuning.com.